Well, I was gone for far too long, but now I'm back. I was gone and for too long, your comptroller was black. But now I'm back and here to stay, and all I want to say is, some people call me Pringles Dick, but I never really found out why. I don't really have a Pringles Dick, I just keep my dick inside. I keep my dick inside a Pringles can because it keeps my penis safe and dry. Some people call me Pringles Dick, but I never really found out. No, I never found out. I never really found out why. If you know, sing along. Some people call me Pringles Dick, but never found out why. I don't really have a Pringles Dick, I just keep my dick inside. I keep my dick inside a Pringles can because it keeps my penis safe and dry. Some people call me Pringles Dick, but I never really found out. I never really found out why. Ladies and gentlemen, hit it. From beautiful uptown Burbank, Harmontown is now in session. Spencer Crittenden. And the mayor of Harmontown, I missed you so much, Mr. Dan Harmon.
You left your shit everywhere. How does the video? Should I put this back further out or should I? Okay, you're good. All right. I just when I watch the feed, I like the shot where you can see you got a clear shot of Spencer and then the mannequins back there. It looks beautiful. $5 a month, and you'd know what I was talking about. Thank you guys for coming out. Thanks for coming to Burbank. Thanks for living in Burbank. If you live here,
somebody have pen I can borrow for the show? Anybody pencil?
There's a little bit of official business. We've been getting this venue up and running, and we can't be an official. We can't sell you booze. So great, we have to give it to you. I love that about society. Legally it has to be free. And I'm like, okay, that's the kind of Pringles professor you like, you know? Like he stops the party in the library and says, like, you need to read books about Pringles then. Anyway, that made no sense. But it's like free-flowing hard liquor. But I don't think that's the problem. As you know, if you're here live, we had to start checking your bags tonight. Now here's why. You're coming here to listen to me complain about our descent into fascism, and now you have to. Pretty soon, there's going to be metal detectors out there. What can I say about Burbank? It's a tougher hood, man. What it is just like we've got a nice big room now. We can fit a lot of you in here. There's a free spirit. We're anarchists. We love no rules. If somebody's got something to say, they say it, etc. But you know, so now it's like, okay, how do we coexist as a civilization? People have been bringing shit and getting shit-faced. Like if you just brought stuff, maybe it's illegal for me to say this, but if you just brought stuff and you could see, there you go. You heard somebody right there falling over. But like just anecdotally, there were a couple of guys apparently last episode or maybe one before that, I can't remember, but. You know, we just have your standard security people. They didn't sign up to do any heart surgery or, like they had to like bounce a couple guys, and I guess one guy immediately as soon as he got, because they were just shit-faced, like walking into walls, and then they went out as a pair, and one of them the official report on our side was that he turned to Jell-O. He fell to the floor and started pissing and shitting himself, and couldn't get up. His friend took off running because he had a $50,000 warrant. So thank you for letting us check your purse. It's not you. It's those two guys. But also, it's like, I'm sorry if I caught you off guard, because it's like, well, maybe you have weed in your purse, and you're like, what is this, the fucking thing? And there's been people like smoking inside here, and it's like, it's all. If you just run it through the flowchart of like, am I hurting anyone around me? Am I interfering with anyone else's good time? Which also doubles as, when a cop comes in here, is this place going to get shut down? Because that cheats everybody. So in order to keep honest people honest, we're just kind of going, okay, so you can't, we're going to check your bags and stuff. So but this is, I'm not looking at this as this is our chance to explore how societies began. I'm sure, minus the electronics, this is basically equivalent to the first Thanksgiving, right? It's
Exactly.
Listen, some of you, I understand you make houses out of buffalo. Look, we love it, but I don't know. But you've got to accept these smallpox. It's called a social contract. But anyways, that's that. So if any of you are miffed by that, just you can continue to be miffed by that. I'm not telling you to not be miffed by any invasion of your stuff, but it's like we're just doing what we can to bottleneck the inhumanity, so that everybody can have a good time. So and the other official business is Jeff's back.
Hello. I missed you guys. It's been a long time. I've been enjoying listening to the show, though. I thought Brandon did a bang-up job.
Brandon's amazing.
I kind of felt like, not nervous to come back, but I felt like maybe like he had stolen everybody's hearts away, and
I like what it's brought out of you. You come back with a ukulele. There's just like, it's good to see you on your toes.
I felt like I had to put some hee-haw showbiz into this shit. Like
the downside was it also brought out a lash of racism. Like you were, I mean, it brought it. But I'd rather just have all of you. You know. I think,
he was black the entire time.
He was black.
Also, I mean, I feel so nervous about coming back. At Spencer and I, at the halfway mark of the show, we're going to do love letters.
Yeah, it's a nice stage setup now.
That's a play that two people do.
We're moving toward. There's going to be a wireless environment up here. It's going to be like going to an Apple keynote pretty soon one day. It's going to be. I'm going to come out in a turtleneck, or maybe a turtle and a half neck. I just wrote that.
A turtle and a half neck.
That's pretty awesome.
It's like it comes up to your lower lip. Like
I don't know. Then I just figure I'm two turtle, or 1.5 turtles. I don't know. It's pretty good. I don't know. I'm kind of good. This venue's like awakening the entertainer in me. A turtle and a half neck.
See, my ukulele inspired the vaudeville showbiz guy inside you.
Yeah. Well, do you want to try? Let's try something real quick. Speaking of, because we were testing the equipment, and Harmon, try to strike a balance between the, you don't want to turn it into a TV show because the people listening, but that doesn't preclude like the music stuff. So I got my garage band, and you got your ukulele, and then.
Oh, awesome! Wait, should I get my ukulele out?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, if you want, yeah. Yeah,
I've been enjoying. If you guys have not treated yourself to Dan's garage band like little Instagram videos, they're pretty tasty.
Yeah,
you can really find out what it's like to hear Dan sing about pooping.
Oh, what are you talking about? You're saying, oh, well, I guess since I opened GarageBand, I might as well play one of my songs.
I think you should. Have you got a new one for us?
No, this is a classic.
From outer space.
For those of you who aren't following me on Instagram.
You've been displaced from your being best raised. It's where you come from, where other beings grow. I'm just a lonely potato. I only know what I know, and I know I was born in the dirt, and the earth is above the shit. But now I can look up from it, and my
That one I did for my bean, Cody.
That was somewhere right in the middle, like equidistant between Lenny Kravitz and ABBA.
With a lengthy stop at George Michael's filling station.
Oh, yeah.
It's where you come from, where other beans grow. I'm just a lonely potato. I only know what I know, and I know I was born in the dirt. All right.
You should have a fucking record. You could have a record, Dan.
I'm gonna see if Logic will maybe produce my
Yeah!
album. Now that he's number one. Boy, is he gonna regret becoming friends with me before he became a number one hip-hop artist. I'm like texting him every day. I'm like, what do you think of this? He's like, it's hip-hop delicious.
I have to say that from the time I was away listening to the show, you grew a lot because you started fucking dads now. That's great.
I tried everything, you know. All right, well, but okay. So this is my new thing is GarageBand because you don't have to be good at it. Like I don't. It's a hobby for me now. I can really lose myself in it. So you were telling me a good chord progression is. Oh shit! This doesn't have the. Where is the?
Yeah, you made a new song.
Where's the D?
Go back to the old song that you.
It's okay. We can do CGF is good too.
Okay, well, I see it. So okay, so I'm learning as people are paying to watch. That's fine. But
the good thing for people listening and not watching is there's nothing happening on the screen really worth watching.
No, we're not. Yeah, but well, my favorite thing about GarageBand is the strings because if you rub them hard, it gets it's. But if you rub them really soft.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days.
But you said
we almost had it.
You said G, A7, whatever that is. D.
Is that? Can we hot this mic back up? The little other guy.
Oh man.
So D, G, A7, D.
Yeah, that's a nice 3-chord kind of thing.
Oh, I guess we probably need a metronome, right?
Yeah. Give me a beat. Can you lay a beat in there?
Yeah, I could.
Give us a beat.
What would you like the drummer's name to be? I'm a fucking
Tommy
pro.
Lee.
SoCal?
SoCal.
Wait, I thought. Okay, wait. Well, no, wait. How come? Oh.
Okay,
wait.
now the people who aren't watching are missing something because now there's drums on the thing.
Wait.
This is very exciting.
I think it's different if you get a drummer. Okay, drummer. That's what I need. Okay, you want Leah?
This
here?
is like the scene in the movie Iceman where the Iceman finds out that he's an Iceman.
Is that too Silver Lake for you? Would you like me to change Leah? I can change Leah to Jay Fisker. Oh, he's too complicated.
Yeah.
I don't need your parents' divorce involved in my song. Maurice looks like he's wearing glasses, so I don't know. All these people are too.
That beat really screams ukulele.
You know what? You know who I miss? Leah. I'm sorry, Leah. I didn't mean to ever stray. Okay. All right. So there's our beat, and then one. Okay. All right. Okay, we're coming. You see where the measure? Here it comes. Okay, here we go. G, A7, D. Let's record it. It'll give us a count in, and then we'll record it.
We made 1/100th of a song.
No, this is about half the time I spend on my Instagram songs. All right, so here we go.
Can you make a loop and then do we like improvise a song that we can record right now?
Yeah. So here comes the count in. D, G, A7, D, shit, G, A7, the fuck up right there. Okay. Okay. Just one more loop. And 1, 2, 3, 4. D.
Re-record
We gotta fix that.
You hadn't re-recorded it.
Oh, okay.
You just
sorry.
recorded the first.
Okay, here we
time.
go. 1, 2, 3. What? How come it's?
You can work with that.
How come every time you come around, I never see your mom and daddy come around? How come every time they come around, I always gotta bring my car when they come around?
Hey, now, get your game on. This is that time.
How come every time you come around, fuck your mama when they get her around?
All back
Smash mouth, you gotta smash your mouth. I'm gonna smash your mama's mouth. Gonna walk on the sun, I'm gonna smash your mouth. I'm gonna come around, gonna bring your mama out. Gonna make it a sound. All the glitters is gold. I'm gonna fuck your mama so hard my dick gets cold. I'm gonna do it for your dad. Gonna do it so hard, gonna fuck her sad. Ooh. On the eve of the Wonder Woman box office. Women better than men. Women better than men. How come women are so much better than men? How come all women are better than men? Does it matter what note you sing if the chords are playing their thing? Do you have to sing along with the chords that go, or can you just sing to and fro? Yes or no?
Well, it's nice to be back in the heart of the town. It's nice to be back.
Oh shit! I fucked up. All right, one more time. I just want to get those strings right, and then we'll move on. Because I feel like the velocity's not. I'm not okay.
Yeah, the velocity's fucked.
It's because it's the double D. That's what gets you.
Yeah.
Every time. All right. One more time, then we'll get to the show.
That's the one.
I fucking miss Ryan Stiles so much right now.
No, I miss Brandon. Let's get Brandon up here.
Brandon Johnson!
Hi.
God damn it, that was hilarious. I love that last bit where you were, I give a fuck! Jeff Davis is back, everybody. Yes! And I can go back to being the disgraced alderman of Harmontown.
Yeah, you did such a good job. I was afraid to come back. I thought that I liked your version of the show better than me on the show.
I can only tell you, big shoes to fill. fucking had no idea what goes on. There's an
I
entire
know you got to sit through.
panel
You got to
behind
sit
that
through
thing.
2 hours of this shit. That's the fucking hard part.
Big fancy shoes that only you two know how to talk about.
I like those loafers, by the way. Those are swinging.
Thanks so much. You look amazing. The chain with the jacket.
Yeah.
Please.
See, I can't wear brown shoes. I look like a.
Oh, shit.
So much has changed since you left.
He hates it so much. There was one episode when you had the journalists that were from that had been overseas, like in Iraq and stuff like that, and you kept asking them questions. Well, you started the show by saying that you were really drunk, and you interviewed them. You kept asking questions and then answering their question for them. And I came up with a new term. It's called dansplaining.
I'm not a good interviewer. I thought it was a good show. I don't care.
It was. They were fascinating.
So I heard it
Theoretically.
I heard a psychology. There was a podcast about emotions that I saw that said that there's this woman who's like the leading rock star of emotional psychology right now, but it's really weird because she's kind of counterintuitive. Like she realizes herself that her theories and findings actually fly in the face of any support for like the kind of the safe space triggery thing, in that feelings don't happen to you. They're not uncontrollable things. And I don't quite, I was kind of like half asleep while I was listening to the podcast, but I was like, it's kind of like we only, the weird thing is, I don't know, I don't know who figures this shit out. How do you measure this, and who do you know is talking out of their ass when they, I guess that's why you have to look at like certification and stuff and credentials. But according to her, there's only really 4 actual honest emotional states for a human that you start with, and I think it's pleasant, unpleasant, aroused, and I can't remember Groupon. I don't know. I can't remember what the 4th one is even.
Swifty.
But it's not like angry, and it's not jealous, and it's not sad. I can't remember what it is, but it's like basically the way that there's only really 8 notes. There's only 4 feelings, but then we depending culturally, like if you're in ancient Sparta, then you have to have a certain attitude towards murder, death, manhood, womanhood, etc. If you go down the street to ancient Athens, they're working on the streets, and they have, but all of that stuff, all the stuff that we call outrage or jealousy or sadness or rage, like we're actually just, those are all social constructs that we're creating, that we're told, we're indoctrinated into them. So when you're a kid on the playground and someone steals your fire truck toy, you feel probably, I would guess, unpleasant about that. And then your parents tell you, or the kid that's taking your fire truck tells you, or somehow you get the signal, you're told, I know you're angry right now. What you're feeling is called anger, and it has to do with fire trucks being taken away from you. And so you learn that the same way you learn language. But there's very few uncontrollable emotions. Like you just kind of, you have a pretty mellow 4-part a quartet of pretty almost indistinguishable kind of states of emotion that you then I didn't really listen to it that much. But she herself was saying, like, I know this is awful because she's a liberal and a progressive person, but she's saying this is honest data that I'm getting back. This is the way we really need to look at this, even though it actually suggests, like, well, yeah, it doesn't. It's kind of like the scientific way of saying "suck it up, Buttercup" in certain contexts.
But does that allow for nuances in between things? Like you can be angry in different. Okay.
No, I don't.
Our next guest.
No, it's at the top of the podcast episode. They say it because they're doing, and I should, if I'm drawing on them, I should cite them. And I can't. Oh, it's called Invisibilia. That's the name of the podcast. At the top of the podcast, they say, by the way, we've discovered a 5th emotional state, and so it's called ugut or something like that. And we'll get to that later. Like they found a tribe of people that can feel a 5th thing. I know it sounds absurd, but they have degrees
the Jackson
and stuff.
family.
But
Yeah, that fifth one is called Germaine.
bring up my fancy mind map. See? We just talked about that. Let's go to Twitter, shall we?
Yeah.
With a quick stop.
When we were doing It's mind mapping time with Dan Harmon. Going to the Twitter on the mind map.
Loop. I got a perfect loop. I nailed this loop this time. Okay. All right, good. We'll get back to that later. I just wanted to nail it. It was like a bike that stole me. Like I
When we were doing sound check earlier, Dan plugged this thing in to make sure the audio and video was working. And he went, okay, everybody, quick porn check. He had to make sure that he wasn't going to turn his computer on and you would all get bombarded with mannequin porn or whatever.
All right, who's this guy? Blind Melanade. Can you fix Dan's mic at super low and then the music blows my speakers up? Is that I would assume that person's. Let's
Every
sure.
week we get people that say the sound's way too low, and I wonder if they just have broken sound.
I'll be back later. I have a show to do. Okay. All right. Could you please just say fuck Patrick O'Leary? I guess I accidentally just did. Is that a senator? I hope it's a senator. A survivalism question I like to ask folks, says Johnny Collins, whose Twitter name is Silver Tin Time Music. I feel Spencer may have some good ideas. Sorry for the mini manifesto. Wait, you can't.
What's this guy's name? Oh, good.
Oh, God. What if I feel like we're in porn country, like we're going to see my porn any minute now. He said, I don't know.
Johnny
A
Collins?
survivalism question I like to ask folks. Okay, so I don't know. It's hard when I click
Just
on these,
cut to the bottom.
I click on those images. Oh, Jesus. And then it starts to go haywire. I really need you to just tweet. Just tweet. Will you, people? You can't just don't tweet a link to a thing. You're going to end up you're going to find out what I jerk off to so fast.
What if you had to guess right now would be in the chamber on your porn windows right now? Like what would we see if we came across it by accident?
Do you want me to tell people the thing I'm worried they'll know?
Yeah, you can just describe it for us.
You have to take the power away from them, man.
It's probably just hoverboard cuck ventures or whatever,
Dan,
right?
by the way, worry is not a feeling.
No, it's not. It would be unpleasant for one split second of my bookmarks to haunt me for 40 years of potential political career.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how offensive do you think it would be? Like on a scale of like not that offensive.
I think there's some hot buttons. I think that we're not a sexually progressive community. I think that we all have little places that we go.
It's incest. It must be. It doesn't make sense if this were like clown porn or something. That would be a weird speech.
But remember, Riley Reid said incest is best. she said incest is like way up on the Pornhub searches, and because anything that you could think of that's taboo, it's like. But I see these arguments online where people go like, oh, it's like, and you can't. There's no heroes or villains in these stories, but this is what the internet is doing to all of us. It's like creating lack of context that is incredibly damaging to us. I've asked it before, and I wish we could I wish we had like a love connection, like private kind of polling ability, which I've said years ago, so that we could actually ask the folks that come to these shows things that they can answer honestly without any fear that without having to clap when we say who here wants to fuck a dog, like that they can just. But I do want to know, kind of from millennials, and then compare that, like a kind of Kinsey investigation, like Kinsey. I want to know, like our millennial cousins, like, are they like? are they more or less like taboo in the bedroom? Like, are they? I mean, one person can yell out more. It's Annie in the front. But I mean, I know that there's no answer for one generation. But you want to aggregate that data and compare it to people 20 years older and go like, and I don't know how you'd measure it, but I'm just really curious about that sometimes because. My relationship with Cody, I don't think she'd mind me saying we're very like we go to dark places, like, and we do a lot of characters, and there's a lot of narrative work that goes into, and it happens organically.
Do you guys ever do like accents, like different like dialects and things like that? Like, are you ever like Count Dracula or some shit?
No, but I was.
I want to suck your tits.
Do you ever do table reads?
What's that?
Do you ever table read some of your best stuff?
What? Sorry, what?
Do you ever do table reads of some of your
table
best
reads? I'm sorry I made you repeat your joke 9 times.
No, it wasn't worth repeating any of those times, I would say.
Can you return Rob Schraub's text?
Answer the question. Have you ever done an accent? Have you ever played like a foreign character?
No, I mean, I guess the closest would be I was recently pretty high-ranking Catholic. So I probably have a lot of Italian friends.
On that popo shit. Or that
But
papal.
did you do like an Italian accent?
No, I was just making a joke.
Because your Fred Stoller impression was pretty good last week. I thought that was pretty amazing. You should role play as Fred Stoller. That would be amazing.
This person says the stream keeps cutting out, and they said that 22 minutes ago. But I think it's possible they might be experiencing we're not starting the show yet. I don't know. Not to be a dick, but the stream keeps cutting out.
They might have slow internet.
Who's
It's
live
hard to tell.
tonight? America. Why aren't you up on stage yet? Okay, see,
Rob Schraub is in. Rob Schraub weighs in.
He's eating carrots.
When will you fucking? I'm eating some carrots. It wouldn't have killed you to return my text.
Wait, Rob is trolling us from outer space right now. Please say there's a million from Rob Schraub.
I'll look at it. I'll you know what? His texts are just no. Here's the thing. Rob's a fucking asshole. We every Thursday we're supposed to hang out. We have it on our schedules. We're old men. Like we know we're busy, so we only hang out if we schedule it. So we schedule it every Thursday. Harmon and Schraub hang out. So then he goes. I go. You know, we were gonna try to catch up on Twin Peaks, like because I have Showtime and he's cheap, and I was like, hey, well, what about Twin Peaks? He goes, I thought you canceled tonight. I said, when did you think that? He says, I got an email saying tonight is canceled. I'm like, what? And he sends me a screen grab that's clearly he's just confused. It's like one of those auto emails that gets sent because Levy schedules our hangouts, and it says updated invitation weekly Schraub hang. And it's for the following week because I'm going out of town for Cody's mom's birthday. So he sends it, and this is the biggest dick move even for Schraub. He sends that, and you can tell he just saw it as he sends it. So he sees the dates were for next week, and then he says, I got this too. But I couldn't decipher it. You see what I'm saying? He said, I thought you canceled tonight. I'm like, what? And he's like, how about this? And then what? And he looks at it, that too. But there's no first thing. Like, he's just a fucking idiot. And I said, all right, whatever. I'll play video games. And he said, Agee's coming over if you want to come here. And I said, that email is about next week. And when you noticed that, you said, I also got this. But I never saw an email canceling tonight. And Schraub said, I deleted it already. Then another text, just come over. Then finally a third text, I made a mistake. Too late. Then a fourth text, where are you? With 4 question marks. I won, is what that means. And then Agee and I have our pants off. Like, whatever, you know? Like, yeah. Yeah, well, he's just trying to be, he's trying to make me miss him by being fun, you know? Agee, you want to come up here and be a
Steve Agee!
We had our shirts off, not our pants.
Did you have fun? Because I felt like I just started playing video
We watched
games. I never looked back.
Mulholland Drive.
I said we're supposed to watch Fire Walk with Me because that's what David Lynch recommends if you're going to watch anything to catch up before you start watching Twin Peaks. Watch Fire Walk with Me, and I said to Schraub, so should we watch Fire Walk with Me first? And he was like, maybe he wouldn't want me saying that. He said that he's like, Fire Walk with Me sucks ass, and I was like, so what does that have to do with anything? So every week should we get together and watch Citizen Kane and then Cheers? What the fuck? Like I thought the point was to watch Twin Peaks. Like David Lynch said, watch Fire Walk with Me. Fucking do it right, you dick. Just sick of his bullshit right now, and he fucked up. You
gotta read what he's writing to you.
What's he writing?
Yeah, Dan, read a couple of those.
I really want you to watch Fire Walk with Me. It would be a very good thing to do if you're going to watch.
I mean, Schraub saying what Schraub tweeted, will you get me tickets to Right Said Fred?
He's rhyming.
Will you put toast on my bread?
Rhyming.
Will you come visit me on my deathbed?
That was probably the first one.
And how do you like them apples? He hashtagged how. Are you and Rob Schraub friends in real life?
He's funny when he's not here. It's amazing.
How come?
At least you know you're getting $5 of Rob's money every month.
Who is Dark Man? He's asking now. Why can't you start on time? Says Derek. Tuesday sandwich.
Who is Dark Man?
It's Liam Neeson, isn't it? Yeah. It doesn't matter if your face has bandages on it. Remember that impression?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, TweetDeck, I'm having a little problem. If anybody can recommend like an app that functions like TweetDeck, what's in my pocket? Schraub is asking.
Dan, do you think that like in role playing with Cody that you could get away and it would still be sexy if you were Liam Neeson during the role play?
Yeah, everything's sexy. Everything's sexy when you trust someone and you can go anywhere you want.
Can I give you guys assignments like homework we suggest characters for you guys and you come back next week and see if you guys came?
Scene studies.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw somebody had a question about Legs Lavish, my YouTube channel that I watch, which is about women for women reviewing hosiery. But I lost it.
For women, you say?
Yeah, you can tell. They definitely it's just women doing hosiery reviews. It's not pornography. All right. I mean,
are you excited for the Mummy remake? You know they're trying to start up the dark universe.
Is that like Universal monsters? Like they want it to be like Marvel?
Like Dracula and the werewolf team up.
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta
to
check
fight Imhotep.
I gotta check my Marvel Academy.
What the fuck?
I go away for 5 weeks and the show turns to shit. Brandon, what did you let happen up here?
I said we should do whatever you were going to do in your basement. And now this is the running order of the show. We make loops. We play video games.
That's just Dan's doing what he would normally do. He's reading tweets. He's playing video games.
I never read the dialogue. It's just okay.
We're like a month away from you like actually just jerking off on stage.
Wait, what'd you say? Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I've never seen somebody give the look of why wait a month. One look. Why wait a month?
Are you still playing Cookie Collector?
What do you guys want to do later?
I guess we lost audio at some point. I don't know.
We also lost the show. There's nothing happening. It's just a rich 45-year-old just playing video games on stage.
Oh, I'm so glad you're back.
And he doesn't care. He doesn't know that we're here anymore. He can neither see nor hear us.
Well, don't you think people tweeting questions is a part of a show? Like, wait, I'm sorry I took a 2-minute break to check on my Marvel Avengers characters. Like, what? I mean, it's like a, it's a game. It's like
What about Agee's new movie?
Yeah, my movie. My movie.
The star of Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yeah, my movie.
Agee.
Thank you.
What's Findom?
Findom's where you hire a woman to have all your money.
So is it possible this person is his Twitter name is Steven in Debt.
Yeah, that's his fetish.
Dan, I'm worried my fetish is going to ruin my life. Any thoughts, advice for beating an addiction to Findom and similar fets?
Findom seems like a stupid fetish.
I mean, but you know that's.
There's a lot of stupid fetishes.
Yeah, but what if that made you come? What if giving someone all your money made you come? That's what
I'd
he's
be
saying.
like, that's dumb.
He's saying. He obviously knows that, and so he's crying out for help. Even if he's doing a bit, like this person exists hypothetically.
Right? No,
I think I'd be a lot more.
agree.
If that were my fetish, I'd be a lot more productive because you give all your money away. I got to get back to work.
Yeah, you eventually
I want
run
to come
out.
again. I got to go out there and make that money.
Yeah.
I would suggest to the person with absolutely no judgment at all. I would say, like, do what you would do if you were locked in a room. And you couldn't live like like quitting smoking. If you were locked in a room without your cigarettes, you wouldn't die. So I guess you just got to figure out a way. You have to take an action. You got to really handcuff yourself to a radiator, werewolf style, and you got to. It's never going to be the right time to do it. Like I got off the elliptical and I'm never going to get back on until I just do it at the wrong time. You gotta tell those young ladies on your chat window, no, you cannot have my money, and I refuse to talk about it.
And even give it back.
Here's a pitch. We bring your elliptical to the show. You do 20 minutes of the show on the
Oh
elliptical.
my God, that's a great idea.
That's not a great idea.
Spencer doesn't.
You guys don't understand what it involves to move that elliptical places.
Spencer's going to be the one moving that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so anyway,
I'll buy a new elliptical to have here so we can watch it work
there's
out.
an idea.
let's see. I mean, I'm not the one that I'm happy to talk about lots of stuff. I got some movie recommends. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. Check it out on Netflix.
Oh, that's good. What is this thing? All these branches going off of.
It's a mind map. This app's called iThoughts. I'm not sold on it right away, but also watch Sneakers. It's a '90s movie. It'll make you feel. It'll make you feel better. No, it won't. It'll make you feel sad because it's like there's no internet yet, but it's like about hacking and it's fun. And there's a Russian guy in it that's like, oh, it's crazy that the Cold War's over, and you just want to kill yourself.
Did you watch the Key?
And River Phoenix is in it. Yeah. So here's the thing. So I was watching it. I was like, God damn, all due respect to everyone in Tinseltown. I hope this isn't ghoulish, but for real. After River Phoenix died, DiCaprio's agent called DiCaprio and was like, River Phoenix died. And DiCaprio was like, oh, bummer.
What do you got for me?
So what do you think, Gilbert Grape? You're going to take that? It's like, come on, man. River Phoenix dying was good for DiCaprio is my thesis.
Yeah, I'm sure his agents were thinking that.
Do you think
for
DiCaprio
sure.
murdered him?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I just think, it's weird when life puts you sometimes in the position of cheering someone's death.
Did you see The Keepers?
Yes, I've been watching The Keepers.
It's a bummer.
No, I mean it's insane. It's crazy. That's how. So we've stood up here numerous times. We all hate the kids. Like we particularly hate the teenagers. We think they're entitled. Dino and I were in the back of a lift, and there was a crossing guard. There were kids going across the crosswalk, and then somehow the lift driver ended up. By mistake, his car was blocking the crosswalk. It wasn't because he wasn't looking and plowed into kids. It was because of the ebb and flow of crosswalkingness, and he ends up stuck at a stop sign, and he's in the middle of the crosswalk, and this 10-year-old kid comes up to the backseat window of the lift and knocks on the window that Dino's at, and just has this adorable smile on his face, but he's being a cock. Like Dino rolls down his window and goes, "Can I help you?" He's like, "Can I help you?"
Whoa!
And luckily he got Dino and not me, because I'd be in jail right now. I don't know what I would have said. I probably would have escalated. But Dino was like, "It's like you can walk around a car. I believe in you." And he's like, "I shouldn't have to." And he's like, "You can do it. Good boy, good boy." And you hear him in the distance go, "Don't call me boy." He was Indian, by the way. Like,
Well, don't bury the lead, then.
Just to make sure
Fucking
you know.
Indian children. Wow.
I'm including,
They can't
I'm
use
including that at
crosswalks.
the end because Dino said boy and he said don't call me boy, which is like his race became important at that point, in my opinion, because it's like, wait a minute, what the fucking fucking shithead. Anyways, so that's how we feel about kids. We don't like them. We all agree, bad batch.
No, wait, but we like.
However-
we like those kids though, because we grow up to be those kids. Like that little smart mouth motherfucker was great.
No, he's
Like he had a running bit already on the street that he was willing to fuck with adults on. Like he's a future Dan Harmon.
Well, I hope so, but I have a feeling that he's a future Donald Trump because he's like, oh, a system exists by which I can just yell at people. It's illegal to hit me. I think I'll just wag my dick around. Bling, 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 bling. But here's the thing. This was all a downbeat to something uplifting about this. We all shake our canes. We go like, these kids, they suck. Oh, they're so fucking shitty, and they know it's illegal to hit them now, and they're just taking advantage of it. If you watch The Keepers on Netflix, which takes, it's like this nun disappears, they find her body, and then it all like starts to uncork this horribleness that's happening within the Catholic high school. And it's just like episode after episode, story after story of you can't believe. It sounds like a parallel dimension, the shit that people were getting away with abusing these kids. These kids are pubescent girls in an all-girls Catholic school, and I was uplifted, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day because they were griping about today's kids, and I was like, yeah, but if these kids, like that Keepers shit, it's impossible now. Like you can't. Today's 13-year-old isn't going to go into a priest's office and believe they should just drink a soda and talk about what a slut they are, and not think it's gonna, they're that entitlement that we're complaining about and stuff. It's like where did the obedience get us? Where did the respect for elders? Like it's just like it's always 6 of one, half a dozen. Like you when you watch The Keepers, you just wish Ariana Grande fans would run into the office and go like, I'm entitled, because it would be the end of everything. And instead, this thing goes on and on for so long that you're just watching old people watch the snow fall over the footprints of their abuse that was so severe. It took them their entire life before they could even remember it, then talk about it, then find each other on Facebook, then be told by everyone, go fuck yourself, you took too long to remember it. So the good old days weren't that good. It is, by the way, a tenet of fascism from everybody that studies it, these allusions to a mysterious, amorphous, unsighted golden age. Make America great again. But, everything was great at some point. You'll never be able to get out of a fascist the actual documentation of when it was so fucking great. They love to talk about like it's like comic book golden age or something. Like, oh, remember when you were 6 and you thought fucking Santa was real? That's what you're talking about. You want to get back to when you were 6? Fucking bloated windbag, you shitty, murderous, horrible. Yeah. And by the way, politically, let's check in on my politics. Ask me where I'm at politically.
Dan, Politics Corner.
I'm back to every man for himself. I hate everybody. Sorry if that's demoralizing.
That's been Politics Corner, brought to you by Gold Bond Foot Powder. Gold Bond. It's powder for your feet.
I'll swing back, but don't. I'm just in this mood currently. I don't believe in liberalism. I don't believe in Democrats. I'm back to one of those douchebags that's standing on the sidelines going, fuck you. But it's just, I'm just thinking, I'm like, I just can't, I just feel like come on. Everyone's fucking dumb. Everyone's dumb. We know everyone's dumb. The average IQ is 100. 85% of every group of anyone is a fucking moron that can't make a decision for themselves. They say the dumbest shit. Like, and we're just, it's just, the species has run its course, and just, we got to get to the moon, or I got to get out of here. I got to dig a hole in the desert, just go down like Minecraft.
Yeah, what happened to the moon?
Well, we dropped that premise like after episode 3, I think.
Right.
Church and I went to the March for Truth in L.A. yesterday, and we were leaving the march, and there's always like 6 or 8 pro-Trump people on a corner, usually completely surrounded by police, where you're not even allowed to get kind of close to them because they're afraid of what might happen. But yesterday, for some reason, you could walk up to them. They had like a microphone and a speaker, and there was a guy dressed like a homeless Ben Franklin. He had like the old Knickerbocker +4, like, you know.
Wait, so he wanted you to connect those dots, like the American dream now is
homeless. He had an old beat-up tricorn hat, and he looked like homeless Ben Franklin. And he was like, everyone wants to talk. You can come up. You liberals, they all yell at us, but you can come over and talk to us. And there was...
A penny stolen is a penny stolen.
Homeless Ben Franklin jokes.
Is that what he was going?
No, but there was Make America Great Again banners, and there was a lot of,
Why would I have a key? I don't have a house.
If I tried to discover... But I know we're derailing you, but then are you sure this guy was conservative?
Oh, yeah, he was. But he was being pretty cool because he was engaging people. He was like, if you want to come up here, I'll give you the microphone. We can have a discussion.
Okay.
It turns out mostly they shout you down about what you think because they're surrounded by lock her up and, like Hillary is, evil, like kind of posters. They're still on that thing. But Church at this end of this is amazing. I should probably let her talk about it like she wants to. But like she had this conversation with this woman who had like an American Indian like drum, and she had a Trump Pence 2020 shirt and hat on. But she didn't vote for Trump. But she thinks that it was better. But Church ended up having this like hour-long conversation with her that she came away with. It was really uplifting, but surrounded by like people that can actually talk. And like one of the upshots of it was the woman said, you know what, this conversation makes me feel like I should call up some of my friends that I don't talk to anymore because I don't feel like I can because we're so different. The gulf between what I believe and what you believe is so like unbridgeable. But there was another guy pacing around, and he had like goggles on and a American flag bandana and a helmet and like military like flak jacket kind of stuff on and carrying a flag and just pacing around, mad dogging everybody, clearly looking for a fight. So, like, you have people that really do want to have a discussion, surrounded by people that are clearly cruising for a bruising.
Yeah, well, the guy in Portland, like, it's just, he was just this, I mean, like...
And there was this one kid, like college-age looking dude, and he had a big sign that said, "Stop the hate, let's debate." And I walked by him and said, "Hey, you want to just talk?" I'm like, "Not really. I mean, it's hot out, so I want to go have lunch, And I'm pretty sure we're not going to convince each other of anything. And he's like, no, I just feel like, it shouldn't be about shouting, it's about conversation. We should be able to talk about the difference. I'm like, I totally agree with that. I appreciate you guys being out here and doing that. Like, hooray for you. Then I saw him a little later on while Church was having her talk, and he held his sign up, and underneath his "Stop the Hate, Let's Debate" sign, I will post this photo because he's a douchebag. When he lifted his thing up, his shirt said, "Hillary sucks, not like Monica, though," or something like that. I'm like, "Oh, really?" So I went up and said, "Hey, can I get a picture of you?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he holds a sign up. I go, "I wanted to get a picture of your awesome misogyny shirt." And he goes, "What?" I go, "I love that underneath your "Stop the Hate" sign, you proudly admit you hate women." He goes, I mean, like,
Charlie Callis?
He went,
Oh, good to see the high-roaded party of the emotional left is so sensitive to my needs. Oh, good to show your true colors.
I'm so fucking sick of that. Like these are like these people are not going to reward our fucking like we're the trolls now. We should be angry and they should go fuck themselves. I hate that they like switch gears to this like they're trolling us like what they don't really want to. I like that there was a gang of people out there going no hate, let's debate, because what I think that means is that they're on the fucking ropes psychologically, just them. That they've run out of ways to feel like they're part of a group, and now they're so lonely, and people have gotten so good at walking by them that they're like, what about discourse? Okay. You guys always want to talk, right? Intellectual, let's have a conversation. Okay, what did he say? Retard! Yeah. I just like these people are dumb. They're dumb, and you know they're dumb when they speak because they don't know how to put thoughts together. And when you say things to them like that, sounds like you don't know that America isn't 2 million years old. They say, "See, it's that kind of attitude that's seen its day." You know, like it's an anti-intellectual revolution, and there is no conversation. They're ugly, mean, nasty, brutish, thuggish, selfish. I got a boo-boo. It's everyone else's problem. People, I got a fucking boo-boo, motherfucker. I pay taxes. I pay everyone's taxes. I'm a 1%er. It's hard for me. Get out the world's biggest violin for me.
You're paying for it.
Yeah.
Your tax dollars go to tiny violins all over the world.
It's just like Louis C.K. had this thing where he was like, by the way, voting is like, it's not, you're not supposed to wait for the candidate that's like, you know, oh, you know, that's what we're suffering from. I think I was reading this thing by Noam Chomsky, but like most things by Chomsky, I probably didn't understand it. I have to read it 5 more times, but we're talking about this thing about individualism also being like it's this bag of potatoes principle where individualism like hyperbole where it's like you kind of count on the impoverished, you play up to everything that divides them, even down to the individual, not just racially, not just religiously and gender and all that stuff, but also you kind of encourage this sort of like, oh, democracy means that you as an individual should be able to put your feet up and eat potato chips, and if anything gets in your way, you should be able to complain about it. And that's a weapon that conservatives use to make stupid people go, wait, oh, the air conditioning changed a little bit?
It's 9/11!
It's 9/11! Yeah, it was good that I got cut off there. It's 9/11, which is where we've decided to take an act break in our show.
Yeah, we're going to use that now as an organic time to stop and take an act break. And announce the fact that we are now officially going to start our D&D campaign, our Pathfinder campaign.
Whoa.
But he kind of did that in the wrong order. The 9/11 is a reminder that we go to a word from our sponsor for people who listen to the podcast for free.
Okay.
Do you guys know what Fulton and Rourke is?
A full Mitt Rourke?
Fulton and Rourke is a premier men's toiletries service that specializes in wax-based cologne and body wash for men.
Well, now you're confusing people because what we're going to do is take an act break and... what we're going to do is take an act break that the Feral Audio people could identify where they would put the volume down and play one of those mid-roll ads. That, instead of
I
just
thought
like,
we were telling the audience the ads.
Well,
That was the special treat.
It's 9/12 now. Did that ship sail?
So here's what we're going to do. It's 9/11, so we're going to take a break here during which the people who listen to the podcast for free are going to listen to a pre-rolled ad. During that ad that you're listening to at home for free or on your subway or while you're cutting your carrots in the front lawn, the people that are here live and the people that pay $5 a month are going to experience an exclusive Harmontown experience.
It's called the Solid Gold Blowjob Machine.
So right now, already, the people that can hear the sound of my voice right now, if you didn't pay for this, there's been a mistake.
Edited right.
Because you're now in the ad-free zone, the exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
So roomy and
Right?
luxurious.
I know it's so comfortable. It's like wearing MeUndies.
Yeah. We should monetize the ad-free zone if it becomes. But also, it's a great time to show pictures or play some songs.
Yeah, write a song for us, Dan.
See, this one still needs work.
How come your mama always comes around when I fuck your mama's daddy? I want to hear the sound of your daddy's balls going up and down when I fuck your mama all day long like a clown. How come your mama?
What if you slow it down? Like, considerably.
that a request or a suggestion?
And I'm just talking about the whole music making process.
Are you about to do a slow jam for us?
No.
Just imagine those podcast fuckers missing out on this.
Wait, are we in the ad-free zone or are we back?
I hope so.
It's nice, right? It's a little more manageable.
No.
He's right.
Dan doesn't like it.
The sound's getting more depressing.
Sounds like graduation music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that vitamin C song.
Jeff Brian Davis.
Did you guys? I mean, like, I don't want to sound like defensive or tyrannical, but did you guys that have been complaining the whole time about how the show's going and what's happening in the show have anything for the people that could be special? Like, did you want to share anything with anybody? Like, what did you do while you were?
Yeah,
doing
where were you, Jeff?
I was I traveled all over the country with Ryan Stiles, Greg Proops, Joel Murray, and Bob Durkach. We did comedy for people. It was very fun. Whose Life Anyway? It's a good show.
Do you want to say sarcastically, good thing nobody's missing that?
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere last week at all.
Yes,
I
you
was
did.
just here.
You went to some sort of Pathfinder affair.
No, I was hunting whales.
Did you catch any?
Yeah, I murdered 3, and as the life was being squeezed out of their supple necks, I was just imagining them as all the fans. Jesus. Listen to the podcast. Just murdering the fans.
I didn't even know whales had necks.
Yeah. Oh, they do. They're hard to strangle,
that seems
but
like that's like
it's
the
the
hardest,
most satisfying
the hardest way to kill a whale.
Yeah.
Like, you have to hate whales
Well,
so
we were
much.
doing it for sport, of course, yeah. And it's
Right.
easy to hate whales when you think of them as your fans.
Yeah, you could kill a whale with a harpoon or with a bomb, but you have to fucking hate whales to get in the water with them and just try to strangle them.
Then we got raided by Interpol because of all this conflict ivory that we had on board. It was a real situation.
Yeah, you're giving poachers a bad name. You're one of those bad poachers.
Yeah. I talked our way out of it. I floated the head Interpol guy a dress made of puppies.
Yes!
And he let me off with a warning.
Yes, that
Is
deserves.
that all the things
Nice.
you referenced?
And we're back.
Come on. That is some insane recall right
Wow.
there.
Wow.
Well done.
You guys-
That was
That's
amazing.
I wish people could hear.
It was largely,
Wow.
yeah. You guys missed something. If you don't pay $5 a month, there's callbacks to other shows that happen. All right.
Let's all put our pants back on and get back to the show.
That was chilling.
All right. Well, so this has been long delayed, like us getting into the D&D thing. We're not gonna do actual gameplay this episode. That's gonna be the next episode. Hold on. But we're gonna one thing that we're gonna establish about the D&D thing is we're gonna do it earlier in the show, about halfway through, and so we're hopefully a little more sober. We're gonna keep it consistent, like with terms of, so that we're not like we're looking at how did it spiral out of control? Like, we're just gonna have like people that are always able to do the show, doing the characters, and we're not going to start doing the rotating guests and all that stuff. And Spencer's going to always call the shots. We have to respect his authority as Dungeon Master, both in terms of
That's in my contract.
out of game and in game. So that's why I now hand it over to you. To explain what we're doing this week.
All right.
You should have played that graduation music.
Yeah. We're gathered here today. No, I don't know. Well, so we have your characters. I have your character sheets. I thought we should talk about your backgrounds and come up with your shared backstory as kind of like a fun exercise, so that when we start, we'll kind of have some sense of your history together. Does that make sense?
So, Dan, what is your character's race and class?
It's a great question.
It's like a quiz. Like, I have to know it now.
You haven't thought about your character?
I haven't thought about this in a while. We kept pushing it off.
Spencer and I weeks ago got my character together. But I know what my spells are.
You're very proactive.
You're a human cleric.
I'm a human cleric, you dick. No, I did forget.
What's your character's name?
Have I? Is that blank so
No,
far?
that's part of what we got to come up with.
Okay. Well, I don't. I'm gonna let that sit because. Well, can I see my sheet, or is there anything I?
Yeah. No, there's nothing. This is what we're trying to figure out.
Right.
I mean, I
I'm a
should have
human
showed
cleric.
you guys these earlier when we weren't on stage, but you seemed busy.
Yeah.
Should we get Steve?
Oh yeah, because we're gonna do
Not Steve Agee.
Levy. We gotta bring Levy up.
Get little Levy sitting down there on the floor.
Levy, get up here.
Steve Levy! You're gonna love it at Levy!
More like a
Hi.
Rivey.
Man, I'm
Finally, more dudes on the stage.
So here's the thing about that. That is just we're gonna have to just take that bullet. And I'm not gonna be one of these guys that says, hey, you got $100 million movie, take it easy, equality achieved. However, I will say that because we want to be able to have consistency, it's like for the D&D, it is going to be. I had a wife and I lost her.
Because of D&D.
We'll continue to.
And plus, I looked into it. It turns out girls are actually bad at D&D. So.
Oh, no.
What?
It was on. I looked it up. I saw it online.
You got to send your angry letters to the show.
We're not gonna like circulate through special guests.
That sexist moment brought to you by Gold Bond Powder.
We're not going to circulate through special guests, which means that if we're starting with a sausage party, it's going to be a consistent sausage party every time we play D&D. The show is largely a sausage party.
But can women not join the game if they've already played it? Do the cast stay together from birth?
Brandon, you just broke Dan Harmon.
The game that we're going to play.
Welcome back, Jeff.
Our D&D campaign started to fall apart because it started to become like it was inconsistent.
Yeah, we would have Curtis Armstrong like 2 out of 10 times, and Demorge would be there 3 out of 11
It was all
times.
Kumail.
Damn.
So we have to force ourselves to have like a rib cage where we're like we know there's people who are more likely to be here every single episode. And if one of them's gone, we'll make a judgment call on whether they vanish for that episode or go into another room or Spencer plays them, but largely or if we just take that episode off. But so that there can be consistency of character. And that's the other reason we're moving it up earlier in the show so that we'll be a little hair more towards sober. And that's one of the things. It's like what was the question? Could we get more dudes on stage? Yeah. Well, we have the.
No, the question was, how do you integrate a woman into the game?
No, that's not the question. That's not the question.
He's starting with the same players and sticking
Because
with
the
them through
answer
whole
is
time.
you start bringing strangers up on stage every week, and what I'm trying to explain is that we have to take a hit on gender equality and all that stuff in the interest of a solid D&D campaign because that's
what they
because
said about baseball. And now we have our own postage stamps.
It looks like we made it.
You guys got a $100 million movie.
What is that? What are you talking about?
Wonder Woman. It's like a record-breaking thing.
Is $100 million good?
yeah.
Yes.
Good. Great.
Yeah, that's good for a movie to make it its first weekend. Yeah.
Dan, what's your fucking character's name?
That was the question.
I'm not telling you yet.
No, that's my character's name.
You're a human cleric, you said? You're a human cleric. Mm-hmm. So
Right. And you guys are in service of the Church of the Silver Flame.
Yeah.
What's your character's name?
Chad the Fire Liker.
Do you know your character's name?
I haven't really thought about it.
Well, this is the time.
I announced I was going to come back and we were going to play D&D. You guys don't even have names for your characters.
We've been hurt by you before. You announced that we were going to play D&D. You left us.
Yeah, because this show doesn't pay.
You announced we were leaving the meltdown. We had to just find the castle.
Yeah. You changed the
his
locks at
idea.
the comic book store? We couldn't even find it.
I missed you guys. I got excited about our new campaign.
I know, but
I picked my spells. I got the whole shit together.
I picked your spells.
No, it's not true. We consulted about that.
Can you? Is there a middle gear between passionate, like zealously, I'm so dedicated to us doing this particular thing right now, and you totally fucking leaving the show? Like just you coming back and just being like, oh, I'm back. It's good to be back. Like, it's okay. Dan forgot he was a human cleric.
Dan is right, Jeff.
Fuck you, Brandon.
You're like Ulysses. He comes back. He's like, who's trying to fuck my wife? And then he just kills everybody. You know, one of those guys Ulysses killed was just like, he thought, I was told you were dead. I came to propose to your wife. I didn't touch her. I was just participating in an arrow shooting contest. Now I'm dead.
I've been away. Maybe I'm overcompensating by my absence, and I felt remiss, and so I thought a little bit about what spells I have. They're mostly fire, because I'm Chad the Fire Liker.
All right.
I'm a gnome druid, by the way.
Was the idea...
Why do I always play small characters? Is that because I'm tall?
I can't remember in this instance. Oh, because you liked the drawing I did.
Oh, that's right.
That's what.
Yes.
Was the idea
Oh,
of this
good.
segment that you just want us to tell you stuff about
Well,
our
I mean,
characters?
I really thought it would be quick to come up with the names and we'd move on.
You're a cleric, so what kind of stuff are you into? Like, what's your alignment, and like what kind of cleric?
Or
are
even
you?
just what's your name? No need to complicate
I
it.
think your name should be Chad also.
I was just going to say...
Chad the Fire Hater.
Chadrick. My name's Chadrick,
It's not a good idea.
And then Steve will be
the fire lover.
No.
Yeah, I mean, Carlos.
Carlos.
I like it. I love it.
Carlos
Carlos.
Johnson. Carlos
What a
Johnson.
funny name, Johnson.
Yeah, where'd you get that?
Carlos Johnson, the unimaginative.
Perfect.
Great.
Are you so you're like a healer, magic user kind of guy?
Cleric.
I'm a holy man. I'm a cleric.
Yeah. And so what's your relationship to the...
Well, what's Steve?
I've been thinking about it while on stage, and I was in Dan's office for a phone call the other day.
Right.
And on his window board, it was, you know what I'm talking about?
I might.
They're the words Diarrhea Junior. And I was really, piqued my curiosity, and I think that should be my name. Maybe DJ for short.
Oh, that's great.
DJ, that's great.
Okay.
That's good.
This role-playing game is playing itself.
Yeah.
So now we got to come up with your characters' high concepts and your great weaknesses. So I mean, concepts are already kind of come up. You're a pyromaniac gnome. You should come up with your concept because yours is generic. And Steve, you're kind of like a
Person who can give people diarrhea? Is that his special power?
Oh, I mean, I think his power is
He has to stay out of pools for 14 days.
He has to drink a lot
DJ the no pool swimmer.
His weakness is he has to drink a lot of Pedialyte all the time.
Well, he can't resist it. He's,
and your flaws, if you came up with a concept, come up with a flaw.
I mean,
Character's
so the
weakness.
concept is that does that translate into game terms? Like,
No, it's just like, I mean, if you're pitching Jeff Winger, you're all like, an out of work well, I don't know, you
Okay.
know, but like that, but for your character.
Got it. And you didn't have anything in mind for me?
No, because I don't know. I only know what Jeff's going to be. And Steve said he was kind of basing his off Link from Zelda, so that's kind of his concept. But you don't really have one.
Well, I think I'd like to be an overzealous. I mean, that's judging the character, but he's a zealous
He's a zealot.
He's a zealot. I think you'd call him but a kind of a like one of
those Westboro Baptist.
Yeah, like somebody that, but not somebody that's like a cult leader in the making, like somebody that's so zealous that it's really more about their ego, like a genuine zealot who actually has a fucking problem. Like they've found meaning in this religion, and if it weren't for this religion, they'd be so fucked up it's unspeakable. So they're hooked on it and can't so maybe this person is like,
you're like Christopher Eccleston in The Leftovers.
Oh,
I haven't seen it, but I would say I would assume maybe like my character is like has a problem, like they're a sociopath, you know, like
Richard Spencer.
Did you ever see that?
Yeah, there's so many shitty people with Spencer in their name. It sucks.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Did you ever see that 1992 YouTube video? It's 28 minutes long, called "Child of Rage." It's this little girl. She keeps going, and there's an off-screen therapist that keeps going like, "And what would you like to do to your little brother? Pick him with pins?" She's like, because she was adopted and she was found like in a crib in her own piss and stuff, and she said she didn't know love and doesn't know how to process it. So shit, like there's something wrong with this guy. That then he found his religion,
right?
He's not, and it really has given him meaning and direction, but it hasn't helped him grow to the extent that if he were to ever, so he needs this religion to really keep them together.
Right. I like that so much. Religious fanatic.
It's like when you meet somebody that you're like, oh man, you're super dedicated to being a nerd, because if you weren't a nerd, if somebody actually gave you Iron Man armor, the first thing you do is step on innocent people's heads because you're so angry. But not I don't think this guy has rage issues as much as I think he actually doesn't know right from wrong, and so he's relieved to feel that. Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
So, all right. Come up with, Steve, do you have anything yet? Come up with weaknesses if you haven't yet. Think about that. Steve, do you have anything for concept weakness?
What's Diarrhea Junior's racing class again?
He's an elf or half elf. He's a elf fighter.
I think that my guy's weakness would be susceptibility to kind of charm, kind of things, because if he's he doesn't have
he's a follower.
Well, he does. Yeah, he doesn't. He's if you can break through his force field of social programming, that he anybody that had that was in the business of making people think things or illusion magic or stuff like that, that he'd be a little more susceptible. Maybe he'd have a penalty against that, because he's Is that a good weakness?
It's okay.
Maybe he's a guy who hopes his weaknesses are up to snuff and he's really insecure about it. But what do you?
Dan, you have extreme nut allergies.
Can you help me here? Because I'm not jazzed about that.
Well, it's hard to say, because the only thing is, I think this is kind of what I told Jeff a little bit. It would be better if they weren't part of your character concept. So it's that's kind of a natural consequence of your concept. So this would be a more lateral weakness. You know, he also he
has a bad
never
leg?
turns right. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Polio?
Sure. Could be polio. Do you get wheeled around or something?
Polio.
My dad survived the polio epidemic in the 50s, and so he has a withered leg, my dad. Okay. So I grew up with a very masculine dad who walked with a masculine limp, but when he wears shorts, he has this little toothpick leg.
This is in real life.
This is real life. That's
just
why
clarifying.
I'm Carlos the unimaginative. So I write what I know. So I was, I don't know. That'd be maybe I have I literally have a physical limitation.
You could have polio, sure.
I survived a disease that left me permanently capable.
Father's Day is next weekend.
Yes. The choices you're making right now will stick with you for a long time, you know.
No, I'm trying to. Go big or go home, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's a cleric, so I figured, like he's, I don't know. Is that? I can keep.
That's fine, but I will say that we do live in a world. I mean, we don't, but
where
you will.
Movement is important.
Well, no, where magic can heal death, even. So, like a leg, boy, howdy, can that be healed?
Well, what about
but that doesn't mean he can't be,
Remember Doctor Strange, the guy that's like he's playing basketball and it's like, oh, actually I'm supposed to be totally fucking immobile, but I went to what if he is healed with magic, but he has there's magic keeping him kind of go without it.
Oh, so he's like wearing a magic brace.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that a lot.
Or he has to constantly drink some kind of potion or something that he's basically addicted to because it's his medicine.
Cool.
Or
yeah. Well, that'll slot into great. Okay.
Got a big laugh from Annie.
Steve, you have anything? Steve Agee, I meant.
I'm still thinking about homeless Ben Franklin.
All right. No, I meant Levy though.
Oh,
sorry.
Can you help me out? What's a normal kind of weakness?
Well, what's your character concept? The mute swordsman from far away. That's your character concept.
Okay.
Not completely mute, but you don't talk much.
Look, if you're open to pitches, I think, even though you're nervous right now, because the reason you're nervous and lethargic is because you don't want to fuck this up. The reason you don't want to fuck it up is because you want to be really good when we play D&D in the podcast.
I do want to be good.
You're gonna be. You should really I think you should be you should be yourself. I think you should be like really enthusiastic.
All right.
That's his weakness.
Look, that's a terrible weakness.
Continue a bit. What is his what is your character? What is your?
I'm a half elf.
Just elf, but yeah.
I'm an elf swordsman, right?
Yep, fighter.
So is it
fire swordsman?
And we're
Fighter.
writing his history. We don't know his history.
Fighter.
Are we writing his history?
A little bit. I mean, we're about to now. Once
he-
we get his weakness, but we can move on.
Could he be kind of a
Can the cold be my weakness?
The cold's everyone's weakness in a way.
That cold is 1 week? Then we're going to be playing, and we're going to want your leaviness happening. I think he should be.
Can't your problem just be that you're leaving?
That he's like erstwhile. He's like a squire,
Right,
he was assigned to this church because and it's you're this guy you're always telling me that you love me and stuff, and that I should eat better, and I'm like,
Yeah,
go
it's
fuck
fucked up.
yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
And
It's a huge weakness.
Yeah.
Yeah. His weakness is he's like he's a caretaker to the point of extremism. Like he worries more about other people than he should probably care more about
He's
himself.
crippled by his naivete.
He's an anxious warrior.
That might be true.
You have an ideology that you actually think that a happy ending is possible for this species, and it's sad sometimes.
Okay. That's true.
And Jeff, you're afraid of the dark, right?
Why couldn't you go first?
Terrified of the dark. Because my character it's not unrelated, or maybe it's partially related, because I was raised I got captured when I was like a little druid gnome, and held by demons underground, and I prayed to the silver flame gods, and actually conjured fire, and so I use fire as kind of a crutch because I'm terrified of the dark.
Right. Does that? Okay. So I'm
Also kind of a germaphobe.
Is your because I want to make sure my character balances with yours, but I'm thinking more about mine. Could I be this whatever my thing is that has me I'm sort of a self-flagellating kind of character, figuratively or literally, where I'm pain is important,
Right.
and you have to it's I'm actually suspicious, Dinklage in Game of Thrones, 10% Rocket Raccoon, and then 40%. I guess me, but then I can't remember the percentages and how they added up. But,
I think you're at 70.
Okay. But somebody that's kind of they figure you're supposed to they can't accept good fortune, and they can't accept joy
like me.
They want it's those people that whip themselves literally.
You flagellate. You scourge your own happiness. You eschew all earthly pleasures and things like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. I'm afraid of the dark.
All right, so let's come up with your character story. So everyone gets to come up with their own character background, where they started their adventure. So where do you guys get? Do you know where you get your start? You might not know.
Wait, me?
All of you. These are, we're thinking about these in waves.
Do you mean backstory or where we're starting?
Yeah, backstory. So where'd you get your start? So for you, you're a religious guy, so it might be where you found religion and joined the church or something.
Yeah, I'm just riffing here, but
Right. Yeah, we're all just right. We're making it up.
I'm just gonna go from birth forward. I think I was one of those kids whose parents prostituted them. Had them.
Oh my God.
Toddlers and tiaras kind of thing, or
but
way worse.
Less first world, more brass tacks kind of prostitution, genuine horrible abuse at the hands of just left to drift in a horrible society, born in filth. And then subject to the horrible inhumanities, and then developed a horrible life
is pain.
Yeah, and then because of that, maybe in my adolescent years, we'll put a pin in it. But whatever that was, it led to injury or disease so severe that I was finally broken down, and then found this. So maybe somebody from this religion converted me, and then I started to become a cleric at 19 or something, and then within this Church of the Silver Flame, I'm like a zealot that because I'm not politically facile, I'm always I'm not a threat to any of the higher ups. I'm always good for being sent on a mission, but it's my only problem is that I'm kind of I will I'm not going to make a good cardinal because I'll always question hypocrisy of the church itself. So I kind of been bounced around, and they'll make me do weird shit if you can justify it.
Yeah.
So I wound up at this place because this is kind of in the outskirts. This place, this
church.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's a big church. It's it covers the whole country.
But I mean, are we geographically going to start at a place that's
outskirts?
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
So maybe I've been transferred to that place recently because of a recent dust up I had with a superior where I called them out on their religious hypocrisy.
Sent to the outskirts.
Yeah.
Great. That's how you got your start. Either of you guys have anything? Steve looks like he's going for something.
I got something. So my village when I was a kid was burned to the ground.
I love it.
And my parents were murdered, but the church took me in. But the thing that I don't know is that it was the church that murdered my entire village, including my parents.
Okay. I don't think the crowd likes that. You should change your story. No, that's great. All right, great, Jeff.
I think that like I said, I feel like I was kind of born in captivity.
Right, and you were in darkness by demons.
In darkness, surrounded by demons who were and all there was the only light was flaming torches, and the rest of my family were just these super religious, very docile druids who didn't believe in violence. They were so pure, and I didn't want to just die in there. I watched all my family die inside these wooden cages inside this darkness, and I thought the only way to get out is I
heard your family dying.
Yeah, I heard them die. Right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a little flickering of flame. You can kind of you can see them fall over.
Shadows. There could be a twist in season 3 where we reveal in flashback that that was a sock.
But then, because they were so docile and they didn't ever use their druidic powers, there was no nature in there to really summon because we're so underground and hidden that I think I communed with the silver flame. Who's the spirit that you call to?
The spirit of the silver flame.
Right. I called to that, and I was given this kind of extra violent power of fire. And I ended up just burning my way out, and kind of so I'm using it seems like an anti-nature thing to want to set things on fire, but that was how I got out, and so I'm just kind of, I think I'm a little guilt-ridden about the fact that I have more of a violent tendency than I wish I did, so I try to use it like my flames to purify things and purify myself.
I like it.
I'm so hot right now that I almost started crying to that story.
I like that there's a theme of darkness, we don't just have a person that eats marshmallows for breakfast and doesn't know pain because we're all a
little damaged.
This is a very cultish, dark, we fit into a theme. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, I think it's very genre.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna come up with how you guys met. So Jeff is gonna come up with how he met Steve. Steve's gonna come up with how he met Dan, and Dan's gonna come up with how he met Jeff, and then we'll do a second round of that. So it's and if you forget, it's to the person to the right, and then Dan, you wrap around to Jeff.
And Steve, briefly, you're an elf fighter, and what briefly was your backstory?
Family died. It was the church, but he doesn't know.
Okay.
Wait, can I just because I just want to make so the first adventure isn't going to be how we met.
No. Well, I mean, this could be. Well, what's the first adventure in the future?
Well, I just mean no. When we're about to play, when we play it.
You'll have met each other at the very least. You'll
we're doing modern TV. We're not writing an origin pilot. We're starting on episode 7.
Yeah. Well, this would be the origin pilot that we're currently writing right now.
Right. And so we're not going to start going, hey, how are you? My name is Donald.
Exactly. It might be we're back in the same wagon, but it's not who are you fucks? Yeah.
I like that. That's smart from a peak TV perspective.
Steve, how old were you when your family got killed?
Probably.
Elves are old too, so whatever.
106.
5
or 5.
5. All right, so I met Steve when I burst out of this cave that I was in.
Do you think elves live so long that when they're 70, they're sucking on a pacifier? What's the point of living long if it? Okay.
When I came out of the darkness, I was also 5, and I stumbled into him, and he, because he's an elf and a little more worldly and a little more you're a fighter, right?
Yeah.
I feel like he took pity on me and kind of took me under his wing because I was just this little blinded mole person that had been living in darkness, and I'm terrified of the dark, you guys. And he kind of took me under his wing and kind of looked after me and kind of got me on my feet.
He was like my kid brother.
Yeah, you guys were temporary brothers.
Yeah.
Is that good enough?
Sure.
All right.
I guess. Well, I mean, yeah, whoever has an idea, it can go.
So after my village was burned down, I don't remember any of it, but that's, the church adopted me and they raised me, and that was my family. They're the best. And Dan's character was my mentor, and he took me under his wing, and he was like, look, see a lot of myself in you, and I'm going to make sure that you can run this church later on.
All right, so I killed his parents. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but let's say, are you suggesting you guys are the same age?
Well, no, I mean...
No, when we met.
Well, I think, no.
We're both 5?
Well, let's see.
No, I thought that was when we met.
Yeah, but let's say, we've known each other for, let's say, 20 years.
Who, me and you?
No, me and Steve. We were children when we met, but we kind of grew up together. So
So could we just make it simple? And I'm kind of like a fucked up Dumbledore. I'm the
You're
instead of it being
children.
we met at the tavern and
You're the priest from the Keepers. You did unspeakable things to these kids.
I'm like a teacher. Yeah. I'm a professor.
Well, what about? I mean, not to be hacky like X-Men-y about it, or but you recognize kind of nascent greatness in our spirituality, and you kind of mentored us and to kind of raise us and like focus our powers.
Well, I think it's like almost like now, and this is where we get into like whatever you have in store for us is fine, but like the thing that would be interesting was that it's kind of a suicide mission, but I'm taking my favorite students with me, and I don't mean like I'm superior to you guys, but I'm older than you,
yeah.
And you were like I'm a cleric at the Church of the Silver Flame. The path that brought you guys together then joined and led you to where I have been for a while.
Yeah,
right. And I was like trying to teach you guys to like meditate or whatever, but then like I got some
like
mission or something.
Right. In the timeline, did you get sent to the outskirts before you met? Did you get edged out by the church before you met them or after?
I'll go either, but do you want me to pick?
No, I do.
Before, because I've been actually in the outskirts for a while, because it's like the pachinko machine of society, like brought me to like where I am, where I'm like, I just hang out, I make a paycheck, I teach people to pray, right. And like that pain is important.
So that sounds like you connected, and then you got sent away, and kind of you're not in contact with them too very often.
I like these guys. Like I got a telegram that said you need to go get the orb of the thing. Not to tell you your job, but it should probably be an orb. And I'm not saying this is our first adventure, because, like I said, we're starting episode 7. But maybe the origin was that they.
Right. This is what we're. Yeah. What's
they
the
said,
origin?
"Hey, shithead!" Like it's like I'm in the outskirts because I was already a piece of shit, and then they like just wanted to kill me, and then I was allowed to take like people, and they came with me. And we maybe had success, and so now we're kind of like out there, and we get like communiques, and they go, "Okay, now go do this."
Yeah, I got you.
Because now we've become like Blackwater for this church.
We're kind of working together to kind of regain favor, maybe back in the
you'll
church.
Be together at the beginning, like you'll be on a mission, like together. Right. I'll come up with exactly.
So we're kind of like a maybe a little band of misfits that like kind of not is in good graces with the church, maybe because we're not pure enough, and we're trying to prove ourselves.
Yeah, it would probably help to have a go. Like, how do we see the future? Like, I kind of like, what do we think? What do we hope the outcome of this?
Well, the Church of the Silver Flame exists to exorcise and purify the world of evil. So I don't know. That doesn't necessarily have to be your goal, but that's kind of what the church exists for. Like, Christianity is like save all sinners. Like, this is just kill all evil.
Yeah, I think like it'd be cool like if we're all kind of zealots in our own way, but we're not very orthodox about
it.
Right. Like we're
irregulars.
We're rough around the edges, but we're trying to.
Because I think my religion, my part of the Silver Flame, I'm attracted to the idea of like people keep saying, "Oh, our job is to purify." By burning, and like they don't focus on the filth that is the wood. You have to you have to have the pain, and you are setting it on fire. Like I like these guys because they're nuts and bolts people that get results done, and I think that I've been fired, let's say, from 3 shows I created. I mean, campaigns that I've done. And like I'm out there and I'm going like my overall goal is I don't care if I die trying. I mean, I don't want to die, but I want to actually prove that politics and kissing ass and stuff is like that this church, the religion is right.
Right.
The church is wrong. I know that they've got us out here wandering, doing missions because they can't wait for us to die. I love it that we keep not dying. So I'm like the dark version of Tom Hanks in Saving Private Ryan, where I'm like just fucking don't let the German go. But where I'm like we're out there, and it's like I do believe in my zealous heart that one day we're gonna make headlines, or we're gonna do their job for them.
Yeah, we're a little renegade. We're going like we don't go through normal channels, maybe, but we all are zealots in our own way. But we do really believe, like in some sort of like that we can rid the world of evil.
Awesome. Last part, okay? So now you come
favorite
up with
color.
Yeah. No, you come up with one special thing about your character. So, I mean, Dean, you're already someone who's like magically healthy. That might be your thing, but you could have a different thing. But this is like a special thing, like a unique Mary Sue trait.
Mary Sue.
Yeah, let's move past it.
What?
Did you say wisdom basket or let's get past it?
Let's move past it.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
But also,
What if you had a wisdom?
I have a wisdom basket.
That should be the secret.
I thought he said
segment,
Elizabeth
is the wisdom
Mastiff.
basket.
I have a wisdom basket that if I ever lose, like, because it's like a self-torturing thing where all the pain I feel, I collect it. I don't want to connect all these dots. So this needs to be like lateral. Like this is like just a thing, like a glass eye. Or
like I said, it is pretty reasonably unique that like you have some sort of ailment
Right.
that you're constantly fighting against. That again doesn't have to be it, but that's a cool.
Give me a for instance about how specific you want this to be.
You're secretly a fairy.
Spencer, could we get back to the game, please, and stop attacking each other? He just asked a question. You don't have to get angry at everyone.
You're the fastest gunslinger in the West, or something. Special thing. Photographic memory.
Oh, I see.
Premature ejaculator.
Yeah, there you go.
Just an example.
That's a good one. No, you guys go first. Let me think.
Yeah, I should have picked.
Any suggestions on that? Anyone got anything? Say what? Burns cover my body. Oh yeah, so I'm just totally burned.
I don't think that's unique enough.
Huh?
That's not unique enough?
Yeah, I think a lot
just
of
my
people
asshole?
are burnt.
Your asshole.
So glad you heard it, because I was about to repeat it for you.
My asshole is one giant third-degree burn.
Oh no, that's horrifying.
No,
It's like that pizza, like that part of the pizza that you try to eat around because it's burnt,
What's happening?
but it's your butthole.
Are you imagining it? What's that pain face?
I'm trying to thinking.
Oh.
That's my story-breaking
I thought you were
face.
imagining the third.
I night terrors. Like
that's a good
Not
one.
unique.
Like
This isn't your weakness.
I can't sleep around other people. Like I might stab them.
That's not unique.
Okay. Oh, it's not unique. Okay. All right. Well, this is helpful. Like,
Right, the most,
so
like-
unique that
yeah,
it's
like-
this is the one guy in all
Right.
of Midian that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it might not be a
Clive
talent,
Barker.
but it's definitely something unique.
right.
Like,
Okay. All
like,
right. What'd you say? You got 3 balls? Is that what you said?
like you once stole the robe off the king's back and he thanked you for it. Like that's unique.
He refuses to employ any women.
That's also not unique.
and he's just here to fucking hate on you the entire time.
It's fine. I accept it.
What if my dick was fireproof? Says a gentleman in the front row.
All right.
I thought this was supposed to be imaginary.
Unique, like unique.
That's
The
unique.
question was, what if you could produce ice cream at will from your hands?
Oh man.
The answer is not unique enough.
That would be badass.
You'd have diabetes.
You have a quado.
I have a pair of 3D glasses. 'Cause it's unique because 3D has not been invented yet.
Right. They're just useless.
A glass eye is more unique than your body being covered with burns.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
come
the
on,
only
catch
person
up
with a
to
glass
the
eye.
uniquity of this world. What'd you say, sir? Zeppelins? And I again only heard the word Zeppelins because I talked over the repeat of your question. Well, now he needs to repeat his Zeppelins question, and I'll get to you in a second. The Zeppelins guy, on the count of 3, ask your question so that I'm not talking over the beginning of your Zeppelins question. I know it ends with the word Zeppelins. 1, 2, 3. And the thing is, remember to...
Panoply. Panoply of Zeppelins. Oh, Monopoly.
I have a monopoly over Zeppelins? Okay, young lady, what did you... No
She
wrong
said-
answers, no wrong answers.
She said a glass eye that sees it 5 minutes into the future.
A glass eye that sees 5 minutes in the future.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to. Yeah.
Okay, glass eye that sees 5 minutes in the future. Okay.
I think that's too powerful.
It's too. Yeah, I think we're looking for.
What if like
Someone just said all your fingers are thumbs.
but your thumb is 5 fingers.
Oh man, that's gross.
Oh.
Maybe on one hand, like all the fingers or thumbs. Like,
I mean-
would that make you more agile?
Yeah, probably a bit.
And if so, why doesn't some species have? I can what? I can understand hats.
Cats.
Oh, cats.
Yes.
I was like, I'm with you, lady. I don't get it.
I cannot
Wouldn't it be great
understand
to
that
understand
hat.
Yeah, you can understand Cats, but only the musical. Like,
Well, I don't want to be
you
negative
understand what
Nancy,
that Midnight song is about.
but you're saying like it shouldn't translate into like playable kind
It
of.
shouldn't be like I'm the most rich person in the world, or I have
Or even like
Superman powers.
I could, if anytime there's a cat in the game, I can talk to it.
I mean, that is not unique enough, I would say.
You're blind and deaf every full moon.
If nothing else, this is a good exercise.
Are you raising your hand over here?
Your magic leg brace is a weapon.
My magic leg brace is a weapon.
That is unique.
One-time use.
How unique is that possible?
No one has ever used their leg brace as a weapon. And it blows. That's the other thing. It blows people's minds. Holy shit! A leg brace being used as a weapon. That's never been done before.
Well, yeah,
I think he's feeling. I think he loves it. I think we got our.
I would have loved it
unique-
before I was told that all this other stuff wasn't unique enough, and
No,
then you're
it's
like, your
fine.
leg brace can be used as a weapon. Like,
No,
what?
no,
so
it's
it's like,
fine.
I mean, like that's like a summer movie from the '90s.
Okay, how about this? This might be a shitty pitch. I have a tattoo of an eyeball on my forehead, and occasionally, if I really focus, I can see 45 seconds into the future.
That's still too powerful.
That's too powerful?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're making up a playable thing.
Oh,
You can,
yeah.
like-
Well, I mean, just
Okay,
the future.
I just have a tattoo of an eyeball on my forehead.
But this is a really
All right.
interesting thing. Like
It can
people
see,
ask
it just
themselves, is
can't
there
see into
something
the
that makes
future.
you different from everyone on the planet? But okay.
What?
45 seconds into the
Yes. How about this? I have a tattoo of an eyeball on my forehead, and I can see when my eyes are closed.
Yeah, that's fine.
There we go.
It looks like a tattoo.
Yeah, so I can pretend like I'm sleeping, but I'm watching every motherfucker.
You can see when your eyes are closed.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
That's not too superpowered.
That's a bit of an advantage, but I think it's cool enough. Like, it's not overpowered, I don't
Yeah, like
think.
people like, hey, go to sleep. I am sleeping.
Well, but you answered the question.
Brushing my teeth. Am I fixing my hair?
Levy, you go.
Yeah. Also, we can move off this if you don't think it's
No,
fruitful.
are you fucking kidding me? This is
I'm
great.
just
This is the most
offering.
This is the reason why we play. Vodka, yeah.
But hang on. I'm going to amend mine a little bit. To make it better, the tattoo of the eyeball on my forehead, it's a closed eye.
Oh, shit. I don't know.
Like,
I
so
think
I
it's
could-
got to be an open eye.
It's got to be an open eye?
Yeah, it's got to be like a hint.
Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. But it's kind of poorly drawn, so it doesn't even look like an eyeball, really.
It's poorly
It's
drawn.
like a poorly crafted.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a shitty like jail tattoo of an eyeball. Because I got it done in the dark, because I was raised in the dark.
I'm trying to think of like what's unique about like any of us, like, which is interesting. Like I think we don't really want to have just a thing that makes us totally different as much as we want to be really, 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 really good at one thing. That's what we fantasize about. None of us really actually wants like a thing that makes us absolutely different from everyone else as much as our stories pretend.
How about
that we
you're
do.
really good at dividing up the tab when multiple people are like paying for dinner. Like you know exactly who owes what.
I
and how
know
much
there's those
tip.
things like I remember we had that I was in Milwaukee and we talked, and like one of the four people, because someone asked at the table, what do you think you're better at than anybody else? And I had some pretentious answer about being able to write dialogue forever, but there was a guy who said, I can count the number of words in your sentence no matter how long it is.
Right.
It was Joe. I can't remember his name, from Madison Comedy Sports.
Joe OCD?
What?
Joe CD?
Joe CD?
Joe C.
Yeah.
Joe.
It's Tommy Asperger's?
Joe Thompson. Madison Comedy Sports? Joe Thompson?
I don't know if I know Joe.
He all of a sudden he just goes, yeah, I can do that. And I was like, fuck you, you can't do that. Tell me how many words in this sentence. He's like 17. And I was like, fuck you. And then for the rest of the night, and he was like, like you could tell that he'd been living with it his whole life. Anyways, all right.
Right. You could do that.
No, but it's like...
What if you have complete
complete
amnesia for 5 minutes every day? But to the point where you don't even know what a human is, you don't know what your hand is, the sun, but for just 5 minutes every day.
Oh, yeah, every 5 minutes you go on a salvia trip.
That's
what happens, man. That's scary.
You make a 7-layer dip that's to die for.
Right.
Like it's almost magically delicious how good your 7-layer dip is. But you...
Right. That's a good one.
Haunted by the voices of the people?
You can actually
I can hear them. I can hear the voices of the people I've killed.
You're haunted, or maybe even informed by them.
But you've never killed anybody. You're gonna find this out later.
What if I like that a lot. What if I'm haunted by the voices of people I'm I'm destined to kill, and that the whole that's stupid. It's like a fucking dumb what kind of sci-fi?
That would be a reveal, I think.
Yeah, because then I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I don't kill that person.
Right.
Okay. Well, I mean, what do you think?
What about you're haunted by the fact that there's another cleric in your church that makes an 8-layer dip, and you don't know what that 8-layer is?
I hear the voices of every single person that I've ever killed.
Great. I love it. Does Steve have any? Oh, sorry. You looked like you were about to say something.
No, it's just therefore, that's a reason why I'd rather not kill people.
Yeah, and
it keeps getting louder and louder. Yeah. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
What if also the longer you go without killing that you've gone, their voices start to fade, but as soon as you kill someone, all those voices come back, including the persons that you killed.
I like that too. Yeah, that will fuse us. I like that because then
Awesome.
I'm like, then I have a very disingenuous reason to be the guy that doesn't want to fight.
Yeah.
Also, but then I'm
wait
like,
a minute.
you know what? Number one, okay, one more is not gonna make a big difference.
Yeah.
I'll get back on my diet tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. It's like I'm eating souls or something.
Yeah.
But also, every time you kill another person, you lose 1 layer out of your dip. Until it's just sour cream at the end, and then you die.
All right, I fucking nailed it. You guys go.
So complicated.
And it was a woman that I took the idea from.
I don't know, Spencer. What?
Ask a woman. Go
You
ahead.
have.
What if?
What was that?
Is it?
Cry every time you masturbate, I think is what she said.
Not unique at all.
In general, or to me?
I stopped ordering lubricant. I know my tears can do it.
Oh dear.
I've incredible sniper-like accuracy when throwing any object.
Too powerful.
Okay.
Your gambit.
Yeah.
Bullseye.
Really good at bar games.
Oh, like
Jizz acid.
Also too powerful.
Spanish Tourette's.
And even you don't understand what you're saying.
That better be the episode title.
I wish I couldn't see that through. I wish I could.
Yeah, Findom.
Findom. What? That's actually really. You're
Findom.
You get turned on by being financially exploited by a woman.
Is that what that means?
That's
Yeah,
what I
that's what
heard.
it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I learned on
Yeah,
Twitter
they get
today.
these ladies and they give them all their bank account information and all their financial information. So the women apparently they have control over the finances of the men, and then they get off by the women paying their bills and not paying, like spending too much for themselves.
Well, that's like an extreme. I mean, I've seen some of that stuff. It's like you see, like their women will go like, send me your money, you piece of shit. Like I saw documentaries about that. Like there's like it's like it could just be expensive gifts. Like you're constantly sending them expensive gifts and stuff, and they're like telling you dumb shit, it's giving me all your money, and then the guys are like, oh, I know. Interesting.
So that's your thing, Steve?
The delicious frosting that grows on the bottom of the glass ceiling. Oh. There's got to be some advantage.
What about this? Like, what if you had like a locket around your, like you were given this like necklace with a key in it, and you don't know what it is, but you know it's an important thing that was like it's like a destiny key for.
That's cool.
Also, you jizz acid.
It's
like
terrible.
somebody just gave you a key at one point and said, here's the deal, giving you a key. Every time you think this is full of shit, it's a test, and you'll fucking die the minute you. I don't know. Are you saying like he's walking around with a key that's like just a mind fuck?
Well, no, it was like given to him like when he was too young to remember
It's
what
a
it was.
mystery where.
Oh,
It's like it's like you give a locket like with half of an inscription in it. That like one day you'll find the other side and you'll learn some secret or some shit.
The village was killed, and then he was left with a key.
See what?
A keyhole?
I like
left with a
Somebody
keyhole?
gave him a keyhole.
There's a keyhole on my chest.
In his
Oh yeah, there's a hole in you that's shaped like a keyhole.
Just
Yeah.
a keyhole.
Ooh, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
All right.
So there's a keyhole in my chest.
It's like a wound, like a.
But your dick is shaped exactly like that key.
And I won't tell him. I keep looking at it. I'm like, I think I catch it at the light, and then I check. I'm like, that's 3 prongs. I don't know how many times I have to look at it before I realize that's my dick's hole. How many people have a key dick?
Yeah, it's like you have to like take a lot of yoga to like get flexible enough to fuck your own chest.
He's always bowing.
I mean, like he really has a hole in his chest. Like, is it infected or?
No, it's a keyhole. It's magic.
It's a magic keyhole in his chest.
Oh.
Like Iron Man.
Oh.
Right. Sounds unique.
Oh, is that being derivative? I didn't know that was a thing.
No, well,
Yeah.
you know,
I
you
said
saw
key,
Iron
yeah.
Man. He's got a thing.
He's got an arc reactor right in
magnet.
his chest.
Yeah.
He has a magic keyhole in his chest. Was it there when you woke up from your village being burnt, or?
I don't remember.
But inside is an 8-layer dip. That's the secret.
Yes. Yeah, inside. If you've been told if you ever unlock that, inside is a recipe for the perfect 8-layer dip.
He's probably been told a lot of stuff. Like you go to like a flea market and there's a fortune teller. They're like, and you're like, by the way, I should probably show you this. And they're like, oh, I know all about that. And you're like, yeah, you and everyone else. So he's probably heard a lot of shit. But you have a hole in your chest. It's shaped like a key.
Yeah.
And it like.
And I'm ever searching for the key that'll fit into my heart hole. Keyhole.
No.
That's adorable. I love that. I love that.
Let's kick off this campaign with a rap.
Campaign rap.
It's
Yeah.
10:11.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it? Oh shit.
Oh, geez, it's late.
Yeah.
This
did
takes
it.
a long
Let's
time.
get the fuck out
All
of
right,
here.
Zach, you got a beat?
We started late.
He's got a beat.
Fast rap.
Yo.
Oh shit.
It's about that time. Yo, sometimes you come at me. I start thinking about the old days. Thinking about what you did to me in the old days. When my heart felt, when we used to feel, when you used to come around to the break of dawn, where the days used to be. I used to, I thought I could just start rapping. I
You fucking about to blow
was
my mind.
better.
You were
at the,
about to blow
I was
my
doing
mind.
better at the. Yeah.
I
no.
say, take the Misty Punch.
I hope you trust me if I start doing that again. This time, I mean, I know you
scared me to death. I thought
You
you were
probably
gonna be
can't unring that bell when you start trying and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yo, but yo,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
yo, man, yo. I think about how you used to feel, and so like how we used to be like family. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like things are changing so fast, and we don't know who we are anymore till the break of dawn, till the past. Okay, that one was fake, and I was trying to make it seem like the first time was a part of a bit. Seems like I'm always trying to rap good, but trying to rise above it, trying to come outside of it. You're never going to rap good if you try to be outside of it.
Give it up for your DJ Diarrhea Jr., everybody. DJ Diarrhea Jr.
It seems like up, down, to the side, to the inside, outside, 2 feet wide, 2 feet tall. That makes a cube. My dick is covered in pubes. I want to go outside the cube, make another geometric shape. I'm an ape that came onto this planet. Far too late to make a planet. Makes me so sad when I look at your mama's pussy. It looks bad, but it's beautiful. Those clinical drawings that you see in sex ed, no one has a pussy like that. What is that, a line? That's not a pussy. Your pussy should look like chewing gum. It's okay. Roast beef, chewing gum, scrambled eggs to your knees. Your labia, it could be shaped like Arabia. Doesn't matter. What's my dick, a statue? No. Just ask around. My shit looks weird. Every toe, every titty, from every show in every city, everybody's shaped in different ways. I fucked your mama so hard. No, I didn't. It's about that time. To the break of dawn. To the break of dawn. And all night long. To the break of dawn. When dawn breaks, your mama's pussy shakes. Got an earthquake. Earth tectonics gonna make every planet gonna make a new fate for the human race. Donald Trump, you gotta turn around, take that Paris Accord, bring it back to he's not gonna do anything if I rap right.
Dan, do the high energy. Just dive off the dive board, the high dive. Go, fuck it. Build it up.
Not thinking just rapping like Lincoln. I'm gonna like it flow like I'm gonna mouth. I'm gonna go. I can't. All right, I can't.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody. Brandon Johnson, Steve Agee, Steve Levy, Spencer Crittenden. I'm Jeff Davis, your mayor. Dan Harmon. The show goes out to all the women that didn't get on stage tonight. Thank you for coming. We love you. Let's thank Kevin Day, Sarah Hill, Zach McKeever, Chris Boyle, Church, everybody.
Break of dawn.
Thank you. You're allowed to leave.
Break of dawn.
Yo.
Jeff Davis is back, ladies and gentlemen. One more time.
Yo.
Break of dawn.
Yo. G, G, A, 7, back to D. Got the D to the G to the A to the 7. Got the back to the D. Yeah. Chord progression. Yeah. Boom, boom. Got the iPad. D to the G to the A7, back to the D. D to the G to the A7, back to the D. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Did you get any of that?
It's a good show.